last moments on this earth. And you know, her children expected her to come home that night. They didn't expect her to die.
Emotional tributes to Joyce Echaquan on the first day of a coroner's inquest into her death. The 37-year-old Atikamekw woman died in late September at a Joliette hospital 50 kilometers northeast of Montreal, shortly after filming racist insults she was subjected to from a nurse and an orderly. Her husband, Carol Dube, one of the first to testify. Through tears, he said she was an exceptional mother to their 7 children, a woman who loved life, her family, people, animals, the simple life, and traveling through the territory of her ancestors. That she went to the hospital with pain she'd never experienced before, saying she did not ask to end her days like this with people who insulted her, who despised her. Quebec coroner Jeanne Kamel is overseeing the public inquest at a Trois-Rivières courthouse about an hour away from where Echaquan died. Around 50 witnesses are expected to be heard over a 3-week period.
La vidéo filmée par Madame Echaquan a largement circulé dans les médias sociaux.
The video filmed by Ms. Echaquan was widely circulated on social media and triggered a wave of shock and indignation in Quebec and elsewhere in the world.
The orderlies and nurses that participated in, slandering her, whoever else was around allowed it. And had she not taped it, it would have just been another day at work.
The behavior or attitude reserved for Ms. Echaquan by the staff of the Lanaudière Regional Hospital during her last stay at this location is an integral part of the circumstances of her death. Echaquan's husband also testified that his wife had health issues. She regularly went to the Joliette Hospital for follow-ups, but he says that she dreaded going there as she had been previously pressured to have an abortion on 3 occasions by staff. According to Dube, Echaquan was also physically abused by some members of the staff, and no one believed her, telling him she was tied to her bed the day before she died. When he met with staff after her death, he was reportedly told there would be no autopsy and she died a natural death.
What will be the next steps for the government to actually change the system in order for people to feel safe? You have families that are testifying. I don't think any of those family members feel safe going to the hospital.
Dube says he never witnessed racist comments toward Joyce when accompanying her to the hospital, but one of her roommates noticed that the staff were using racist words towards her. Meanwhile, Premier Legault maintains systemic racism does not exist in Quebec.
I think that if you have a government that doesn't recognize systemic racism, then it actually allows the institutions to say, if you don't believe in it, we don't have to believe in it. So we don't have to change our ways. We can continue to treat people in a bad way, and there's no consequences.
Echaquan's husband saying doing Joyce justice is the best thing to do. In Montreal, Alyssia Rubertucci, City News.